What is going on, Wastelanders? It is me, Lone Vault Wanderer, here with another Fallout 4 video. Now, the topic of this video is how Fallout 4 should improve upon Skyrim in terms of the bugs that the game had. Now, if you want to read the article that I'm talking off of, it's listed in the description below, but as always, I'm going to be highlighting the main points. So this article is entitled, Todd Howard Explains How Skyrim's Bugs Should Improve Fallout 4's Wasteland. In the body of the text, the article says that with the Elder Scrolls V Skyrim in particular, Bethesda Studios faced the daunting task of trying to put out technical problems like crippling frame rate issues on the PlayStation 3. We broached the topic of lessons learned and how the development team has evolved its practices for Fallout 4 with game director Todd Howard. He explained that Skyrim's popularity and the sheer volume of player data in the game created challenges to troubleshooting bugs in the open world. Quote, "It probably took us a month or two before we really had a handle on it," he says. The team had to decide how it was going to identify problems before it could figure out how they happened or why they surfaced at particular times. Quote, "All of the updates we did on Skyrim and all of the DLC, once we sorted the bugs out, we had a different process for how we checked the content out," he says. Quote, "There will always be some problems. Howard says that figuring out how to deal with those issues is the trick. Quote, I think we've gotten way better there," he says. Quote, "For the players, saved game is the #1 thing. If the game crashes, that's bad, but it's nowhere near as bad as someone's saved game being hosed. That's our scenario that we will do anything and everything to avoid. We made a lot of progress given how Skyrim went, but we did it during Skyrim. This just builds on that." So I'm really happy to see that Bethesda and Todd Howard, they're taking such a really firm stance with just bugs in general with their games, and I think we can appreciate that given the incredibly large and open world nature of Bethesda games. Inevitably, there are going to be bugs. We can accept that. We've accepted that with Bethesda games in the past. So long as they're not game breaking and so long as those bugs and glitches happen around the fringes and around the edges, then I'm okay with that. But as Todd Howard says, when it starts getting to losing game saves completely, like I've seen so many, I think it was with Borderlands though, but just games where it's like the dreaded red ring when you see your game file has been corrupted. I actually believe it's happened with Fallout, correct me if I'm wrong, it didn't happen with me, but you get my point. When a game file gets completely corrupted, that's a bad situation because that's somebody losing all of their hard-earned hours of work into that game, and you get pissed off, and it's very hard to start over. And as a developer, you want to try and strive to iron out all those issues as much as you can. Small bugs around the edges is one thing, but losing saved game files is a completely different kettle of fish. The frame rate of a game being completely unplayable, i.e. Batman on the PC that just came out, that's a big problem. Everything that actually means that the game is unplayable, those are the things that I worry about. Not necessarily with Fallout 4, but with any game. I don't want to play a game where the frame rate is really shit so I can't play it. I don't want to play the game where I do something and somehow I lose the saved file, especially after 10, 20, 30, 40, whatever hours, and particularly with Fallout 4, it could be hundreds of hours, right? I don't want those things to happen with Fallout 4, and I'm glad that Bethesda is taking this slow, methodical approach, saying that, look, we're going to be taking care of these things. We've made mistakes, admittedly, with Skyrim in the past. We're going to build on that. We're going to ensure that Fallout 4 is not going to have those massive game-breaking bugs that we've seen many games have in the past, and also that we've seen Bethesda games have had in the past. So anyways, Wastelanders, I would love to get your thoughts on this issue. Please put your thoughts in the comments below. As always, please follow me on Twitch and Twitter. The links to those pages are in the description below. And until next time, this has been the Lone Vault Wanderer. Please take care of yourself, and as always, keep fighting the good fight.